and welcome back to JTS. It has been a month and a half since we haven't do a video, and the reason is I have been busy with all my works, all my classworks, my homeworks on school, and I am currently on grade 7, and my exam is about to start in 2 weeks. So JTS Revolution will be postponed. It will not be live on April 9, 2023, but it will be live in April, but the date is not confirmed yet. So it is weird today of doing a video without a microphone. And the reason is I accidentally pushed the microphone and it smashed. I throw it in the dustbin and I am ordering a new microphone which will be coming after my exam. And I haven't said the video about. So this video is regarding Tucheri's Revolution, full match card and storylines breakdowns. With that being said, let's get on to the first match of the card, and it's a tag team match for the both Intercontinental Champion and the Red Belt Championships. So here I have been planning this match not a while, but this match came recently last minute. And it was supposed to have 3 matches on the card, but I say, why shouldn't we have 4 matches? So let's have 4 matches. And yeah, so it was really going to be a 3 matches, but then I would like to say revolution is about having revolve, like in science we learn about revolution, we learn about rotation and all of that. But this is not regarding to science, this is not regarding to any subjects on the world, but this is regarding to Jared social Jiris, and it is for Jiris revolution. So here is one of the best match, I think so, and it's a tag team match. We haven't had this match. It has been quite a while, and in our new channel, we haven't had a tag team match before. So this is gonna be new for our channel because at Revolution, it will be Sheamus and Seth Rollins teaming up to face AJ Styles and The Miz for the both belts. And I mean, like, if you have like 2 match in a pay-per-view, that will be very very short to say, in my opinion. So whatever it is, I just planned this match last minute, and let's get on to the next match. The next match is Triple H going to face Orford for the JTS champion in a 2 out of 3 falls match. So if you were asking me if this is a 3 stages of hell, well, apparently it's not, because 2 out of 3 falls, it is not involving the opponents. You have to win 2 falls, and that is you are going to win the JS champion. So basically, this is not like the 3 stages of hell. The 3 stages of hell is having the 2 out of 3 falls. That is, you're having stipulations in that match. But in this particular match, we don't have stipulation matches. And specifically, I think so that Triple H is one of the best, the most underrated wrestlers in all of professional wrestling, if you would ask me. So yeah, and I mean for Orford, he just won the JS champion last pay-per-view event of JS Wrestling, that is JTS Double or Nothing, and that was one of the best match ever displayed in a pay-per-view between Orford and Randy Orton, and I Quit match. So this match I have been planning particularly for about 2 to 3 months. And so the original plan was for Orford going to face The Miz. But I'm like saying The Miz and Orford is like a big money match. So we have to like postpone it to another days, another months or years to come, because that match is a big money match. So I instead say that Triple H will face Orford. So the behind of the story is it started when Triple H returned to JTS Wrestling, as well as The Undertaker. So they faced in a triple threat match back at JTS Wrestling. Triple H won the match, and he is the new #1 contender for the JTS World Heavyweight Championship belt. Then we go on to the next week, where Triple H and Orford will sign the contract. They did sign the contract, but they have a lot of commotions, a lot of things happening in that particular video, in that particular episode of JTS Wrestling. So we take it back to Orford and Triple H were battling out, promoing about each other, saying names, calling, saying this and that, whatever, yada yada yada. And so Triple H, so I would say he was lucky because the general manager of Jace Wrestling, that would be Brandon, as he told him like to get out of the way because Orford is flipping the table. So and Triple H was getting out of the way. Does not get away with that as Orford clothesline him to the outside superplex, Canadian Destroyer and whatnot, and then they sign a contract and they leave. That is the road to Revolution. And with that being said, let's get on to the next match, as it will be a Texas death match between two brothers, and that is Spider-Man and Eric Bateman. So how to say this? I've been planning this match about 7 to 8 months, and it never actually happened. So back at Juice Wrestling, when it was JTS Mania 6, when we have Spider-Man and Eric Bateman, this all happened back at Juice Backlash 2022. That was happening back in February 2022. And to say this, it's been 1 year since I planned this match. We have these two sign their contracts, we have these two doing their stuff, and it's been a long storyline building up for this match. And this match goes on to postpone after postpone after postpone, and now it's happening between Spider-Man and Eric Bateman. But they will not just be completing in just a normal classic professional wrestling match, but they will be going on facing on each other in a Texas death match. And that match is saying how to say this. It was revealing that the general manager of Jace Wrestling was saying that these two should face in a Texas death match. And this is the coincidence. Why is it called Texas Death Match? Because Jace Revolution will be live in Dallas, Texas. So it, how to say this, it basically means Dallas, Texas, and Texas is one of the best for the Cowboys. You know what I mean? That Eric Bateman is a narcissistic piece of shit, if you would ask me, because he's just like too overrated now. And this all started when Eric Bateman attacked Spider-Man after the match against Miss back at Double or Nothing. And so the building up to this match is Spider-Man and Eric Bateman would crawl, and I mean they would fight over the backstage. And I still remember that Spider-Man jumped on the table and splashed Eric Bateman. Then the other week of Jace Wrestling, Eric Bateman was scheduled to face a one-on-one with Naomi. Spider-Man, as he entered that match, and that was via disqualification. Eric Bateman wins that match. And I mean, this match is practically one of the finest match on the card of Jay's Revolution, as it is the weirdest fact that I am not doing this video with a microphone. So I'm not practically clear that if you can hear me, but specifically, I don't think that we could call to do a specific thing. So this match will hardly be, so to say, as the finest match in this card. So we go on to the main event, and it is Randy Orton and Edge facing for the JTS World Heavyweight Champion. This is the talking point, so that I have this rivalry between Randy Orton and Edge. And this was also a last minute plan because Edge was scheduled to face somebody which I have not even think about it, but Randy Orton was supposed to face Hull, and the winner of that match will face the YouTube champion. So that match is cancelled because how Hull and Randy Orton gonna face, and yeah, so it is practically not one of the best. So it all started after Double or Nothing. The Jace Wrestling the following week were Seth Rollins and Edge at the Judgment Day, where they're having a Judgment Day celebration party. Randy Orton comes out and says that they want to be in a Judgment Day. And I thought that Randy Orton and Edge to be in the same faction will mean a lot to JDS. But I constantly say to cancel that, but by saying Randy Orton RKO'd Edge, powerbomb Rollins through the table, King Shadow Edge, and that moment, I love it. The crowd were going wild. Everybody was set up by surprise. They didn't know that Randy Orton was going to do a cheap shot. So practically, I'm not even copying what is happening back in World Wrestling Entertainment. If you would ask me, happened on 2020, yo, no, we're not copying. This is the other part of JS Wrestling. This is basically our original show. And the next week of JS Wrestling, Randy Orton and Seth Rollins were battling one of the best match in all of JS Wrestling history. Seth Rollins was going for Kurt Stomp, Randy Orton RKO'd, and he won that match. He was going for Kinshiro Edge, I don't know, his spear into some words. And yeah, this match is highly anticipated. So for anybody who would guess this match, for Randy Orton, he's just drop out the JTS belt. And by saying this, I don't know what to say this about, but I mistakenly say the JTS World Heavyweight Champion, but it's for the JTS YouTube Champion. So that belt is basically the other world title that we have in JS Wrestling. So therefore, in say back in the days where we have JS Wrestling, JS Life, it was very hectic work to do, but we still love to do it. And what I mean I still love to do it back in the days when we do JS Wrestling, JS Life, and there was lockdown, there was coronavirus. And I mean to remember back those days, how it changed typically because we cannot even go to anything. And technically, I just want to say that this match means a lot to JS Wrestling. It will change completely. So Seth Rollins being involved in this type of storyline. And yeah, so JS Revolution will be live this April, but the date is not officially confirmed. It will be live exclusively on YouTube. And we thank you for joining here tonight. This is all the JS Revolution, full match card and storylines breakdown. Until then, we will see you in the next video. Good night.